Hey everyone, it's Jordan here. We are back at our construction site. Going to give you an update on the home that we've been building for our PadPath community member. You can consider this stage of the process as the fourth stage of the home construction build. As we've discussed in our prior videos, first we acquired the land and then the site survey. Then we began to prep the lot along with the building pad, which is where the home is actually built on right now. After that, we did the underground rough for plumbing, which we showed you in our previous video. And now we got to this crucial step. Super excited. They already did the foundation. They already did the block structure. So let's go inside and take a look. But as you notice, this house has been built with concrete block on the exterior. We're building this house in Cape Coral, Florida. So one of the things that we have to keep into consideration here in Florida, particularly in Cape Coral, is the moisture. One of the best ways to do that is to build with concrete block as opposed to some other types of materials such as wood. This is great for the weather. It keeps the moisture out and it just forms a nice strong structure for the elements and things of such. Right off the bat, I would need to explain a critical point, which is these cutouts that you see here in the bottom of the concrete block. The reason for these cutouts is to ensure that these blocks have been appropriately tied down. If you look in here, you're going to notice that there is some rebar that has been put in the center of these blocks and has actually been tied down to the bottom of the concrete slab. The reason for the cutout is because at the next stage of this construction process, the builders are actually going to come and pour concrete from the top of the block all the way down to the bottom. When the inspector comes, the inspector is going to look to make sure that the concrete has come all the way from the top to the bottom and is actually going to be exposed here. So the cutout, it gives the inspector the confirmation that the concrete has actually come all the way through and appropriately reinforced and tied down the concrete block. So now we are on the inside of the home, and I want to show you something. As you can see, we have cutouts all along the house. This is the cutout for the main door. We have cutouts for the windows all along the exterior of the home. In this stage of the process, the builders have actually come and they've installed what is called a precast lintel. A precast lintel is this concrete structure that you see up here. And this is one concrete structure that they put here. And the reason for that is because we have to take into consideration the load bearing of the wall that is above this. In this case, this is going to be a sliding glass door that is going to be placed here, but we have blocks and eventually we will have a roof structure. So this precast lintel is placed here and it actually extends about halfway out of this block that is right here on both the right side and on the left side. And the reason for that is because what this is doing is it's distributing the weight to the outside of the sliding glass door. Once the weight comes out here, then it is reinforced down to the bottom. That is basics of engineering, and that is what you want to make sure that you do above any one of these cutouts that you see in order to make sure that the wall does not collapse. We do it with these precast lintels. What they have actually done is set up these blocks in a way that they have built columns all along the exterior of the house. And if you look here, you notice this weight, which is load bearing on this right here, this is a column, as you can see in the bottom, which is being reinforced and tied down to the concrete slab. You see the rebar right here. You see the same thing here. This is another column here. You see the cutout down there. On the exterior side, one side of the window, another side here. And then they come and they pour concrete down these columns, and the inspector is going to look to make sure that the concrete has come out the bottom. If the concrete has not come out, you're not going to pass inspection. So that is a critical aspect of making sure that this house is tied down and making sure that it is a perfect livable condition.